Hi, I'm Austin Easterling, and today I'll be taking you through how to shoot a bow and arrow. The first piece of equipment you're going to come across is your arrow. This arrow has been cut to my specific draw length and has several key components. First, the long, narrow part that you see here is just the body of the arrow. Then you have 3 different feathers which help control the flight path of the arrow, and this plastic piece right here that actually notches the arrow onto the bowstring. Then you have this little silver insert right here, which is glued into the hollow arrow and allows you to screw in several different arrowheads. Here we have 2 different arrowheads. We have your basic 100 grain practice tip, which is just very sleek and has a singular point and doesn't cause a whole lot of damage to any target or animal that you shoot it with. And it's just designed to go into a target and come right back out without ripping the target up, so you can use that target for years to come. Then you have your actual hunting tip. The hunting tip is going to have one very sharp point and 4 additional blades. The 2 blades you see right now are fixed like that and standard. Then these other ones right here actually unfold on impact and make the arrow a lot harder to remove and just try to cause as much damage to the animal as possible. 1, so you can follow a blood trail if the animal runs off, and 2, so you can secure the animal after you shoot it and take the meat and antlers and get a good mount. The next piece of equipment that you're going to need is called a release. It goes on to your right or dominant hand, and then you tighten it down to your wrist and actually use it to draw the bow back. The release doesn't have to be used, however, it gives you significantly more accuracy and control over the release of the arrow. Now, the bow itself has 5 key parts. You have the peep sight, which you look through at the actual sight, which has different distance gauges, the top one being at 20 yards and the bottom one being at 60 yards. 60 is a very long shot with a bow, so it's not typically used. Then you have this little thing right here, which flips up when you draw the bow and holds the arrow in place to keep it from straying too far left or right and go exactly where you're aiming it. Then you have this little green loop right here, which is where your release is actually attached to, and the arrow is hooked onto the string. Additionally, we have a stabilizer, which just gives you more balance and helps you aim the bow easier, but is not necessary to actually shooting a bow. This is a rangefinder and is a vital piece of equipment for any form of hunting because it tells you the exact distance from you to the animal. And we're going to shoot a few here from a relatively close range. Right here we're at about 20 yards, so I'll be using that first marker on my sight.
Shotguns singing, a pointing dog down in the old logging road. And Danny got 3 and looked back grinning. I fumbled around and I tried to reload. The country was cold with the sun westward sinking. It's good to be back in this place with my hands
Then when we come and look at these arrows, we can see that we've got a pretty good group here. These 2 right here are the better shots as they're in the heart and lung region. And the rest of these are all probably still pretty good shots and have a good chance of killing this animal.